Hey everybody, TGIF. Happy Friday, happy weekend. My name is Michael, also known as Sky's the Limit. This is Sky's the Limit Aviation channel. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Going to be heading out of Portland, PDX, and heading back east to Minneapolis. And we are flying in the PMDG 737-900. For the first time on an actual VATSIM live stream flight. And also have a couple other little toys that I'm playing with, namely Chase Plane, which I installed a couple of nights ago. So we got those neat little views going around the cockpit. And things like that. Hey Frank, how are you, sir? Yeah, it's been a little while. I was nursing a strained back muscle, so it's hard to kind of sit still for hours and hours in a cockpit flying. So I kind of took a little bit of a break from that. But lots of interesting things in tonight's live stream. So, anyways, we're going to get started. I customized my own checklist for the PMDG 737. So we're going to go ahead and start running through the checklist. And I will probably talk my way through most of it, even though the actual verbal checklist stuff that you do between pilot and co-pilot, it'll, you know, as I learn this aircraft more and more, then we'll get there. So I'm starting with the cold and dark cockpit, and again, this is the PMDG 737-900 with the split scimitar winglets. And this is November 802 Delta November. So an actual Delta aircraft and livery. So let's go ahead and get started with the checklist. We go up and let's see. Battery power is on. And let's see. Dome light on. Need to go to the FMC, FS actions, ground services. Okay, we've got the ground power is already connected, so we just need to activate that. Hey, Oleski, thank you, sir. We're just getting started with the live stream. Okay, position light is steady. IRS indicators to nav. Yaw damper on, fuel system, cross feed pumps are on. Auto. Window heat coming on. Hydraulic pumps coming on. Air conditioning packs on auto. APU bleed is off. Isolation valve is open. Altitude going to be 35,000 feet. I am really digging the interior of the PMDG as well. It is just such an amazing aircraft. And I am just absolutely loving it. See, coming in on 30 left, field altitude is 800 and so 800 feet is our landing altitude. Okay, cockpit preparation is done. Okay, now we got to go to the FMS, or the FMC. Okay, current AIRAC 2403. Oh, before we do that, I need to probably go ahead and get our clearance. Right, that a bit. Okay, Portland Information Kilo. Oh crap! I better turn on my weather. Where's my weather? Weather. There we go. Weather. Okay, Portland ATIS information, Kilo, winds 090 at 6 knots, 10 miles, visibility, few clouds at 4200, broken at 8500, temperature 14, dew point 8, altimeter is 2981, it's actually 3006. ILS 10 right, 10 left approaches in use. We'll be departing off of 10 right this afternoon. Push back on taxiway Tango. And we have Kilo. So let's go ahead. Let's see, we need 121. Is ground, tower is 123,775. Okay, radio is set. Gotta file our flight plans. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Hope everybody's having a great evening.
On your out in the water. 74, ready for taxi, 10 left today, go.
Well, Oscar 1074, runway 10 left at Echo, taxi via Tango, Echo 2 Echo.
Tango, Echo 2 Echo, thanks.
Boeing 739, weight category medium, equipment is L. Departure KPDX. Let's see, it's 21, let's say 20, we'll say 22:30. Our departure time, altitude.
I've been 1133. It looks like our passengers forgot something, so we might sit at the gate for a little bit.
Let's see, en route time, 2 hours and 48 minutes. We'll just make it an even 3. And we have enough fuel for 4 hours when we get it set up. Route details, remarks, air source, BPU, live streaming on YouTube. Filed flight plan. Flight plan's been filed. And let's go ahead and go back over to the FMC. Looks like we got our pre-departure clearance. Okay. PDX altitude 350, squawk 75. Okay. Squawking 7450.
Alaska 1074, contact tower.
Expect 10 left. And 350 right off the yin yang. Oh, 7,000 and then 350, 10 minutes after departure. And expect 10 left at Echo. And we'll call for pushback. Okay. All right, we got our pre-departure. Positive emit, back, set, route is KPDX, and destination is Kilo Mike. And we are DAL559. Okay. We are departing on. He said 10. He said 10 left, right? 10 left at Echo. All right, so 10 left. I'm assuming it's still the Lava 6. So Lava 6, PDT is the transition. And the arrival is going to be the Torgy 3 going in on 30 left. Torgy 3, UFFDA. And I believe Hasty. Okay, PDT. Okay, PDT, then Kilo Sierra 0 6 Kilo. Kilo Uniform 06 Mike. Hotel India Alpha. And Bozeman. Bravo Zulu November. Then Billings. Mike, Alpha, Romeo, Lima, Sierra, then Bravo, Echo, India, Lima, Yankee, then it's the Torgy, activate, execute. All right. We got that plugged in. Okay, so position initiation done, route, flight number, waypoint entry, departure, arrival, activate route, discontinuities are closed. Okay, we're gonna go back to the FMC. Wait, hold on. Okay, fuel, 23,206 pounds. Six is our fuel. Okay, back to menu, back to FMC. Zero fuel weight, reserved 1.5. Delta's cost index is 13. 350. Okay, unable 280 at Eric's, that's fine. And one limit's just going to be a regular takeoff. Flaps 5. CG 135, 136, 148 for our V speeds. CG and trim. Trim is going to be 5 point. That looks to be around it. Parking brake is set. Okay, we've got our. All right, altimeter set 2981. MCP, flight directors on, auto throttle off. Okay. With indicated airspeed is V2 plus 15, so 148 and 15 is 163. LNAV arm. Altitude is going to be 7,000. And runway heading out of Portland. It's going to be 103. Okay, autopilot setup, glare shield set. Auto brakes to RTO, parking brake set. Com and nav radios are set. Altimeter 74. And ident. Okay, pre-flight checklist. Oxygen tested 100%. Nav transfer display normal and auto. Window heat on. Pressurization mode auto. Flight instruments. Heading of 103. Altimeter is 2981. Parking brake set. Engine start levers are to cut off. Pre-start checklist is complete.
Board and ground Saudi 140 ready to push and stop.
Saudi 115, pulling ground, push back at your discretion, advise ready to taxi.
Rolling.
All right, go ahead and start the passenger boarding. There we go. That sounds just a little less intrusive. So I am really excited to do an actual full flight live stream in the PMDG. And I also, if you guys, I don't know if you're noticing or not, I also have a new gaming monitor. I replaced my 32-inch HD TV that was kind of a cheapie from Walmart with a MSI 27-inch gaming monitor. So hopefully the picture and everything looks a lot better than previous live streams. Yeah, let me know how it's looking. If the quality is any better, I guess go back and look at look at a past live stream and then compare it to now. I don't know. Okay, that's okay. I dialed down that master sound just a little bit more. It just seems really loud inside my ears, so a couple things that I've learned playing around in the PMDG is, number one, and this is something I've gotten used to over the years, flying with the Smith's FMS and not a actual, almost real life simulated FMS. So prior to reaching your top of descent, you need to input the altitude that you're going to go to. So we're going to be at 35,000 feet for this flight. So when we hit our first waypoint on the arrival, let's say we have to descend to flight level 240, I need to input that into the altitude, and then the VNAV, when it hits top of descent, will go ahead and start the descent. So I have to kind of train myself to do that. And also, there's also speed intervention.
Port is ground, Saudi 115 ready to taxi.
Steady at 115, runway
So the
10 right.
FMS may try to fly the
Charlie,
aircraft at a
approximately
certain
21
speed
Charlie.
based on your cost index, etc., etc., etc. But if ATC gives you a speed restriction
Steady at
in the
115,
air,
runway 10
or
right.
for
KPDX
spacing, and you have to
Charlie,
adjust
cross
your
runway 21 on
airspeed,
Charlie.
you hit the speed intervention button, and then you can manually control your indicated airspeed or Mach. And they basically have the same thing for altitude. So if something happens and you need to climb above weather for a short bit, altitude intervention, and then put in your altitude. So I'm kind of learning things here and there. Just kind of, it's been fun learning this aircraft over the last few days. So.
Saudi 115, hold short of Echo for taxiing traffic.
Holding short, Echo 31.
So I spent the afternoon a couple days ago writing my own checklist based off of one that I found online, but more catered to how I do my flows, but it's fairly similar to what it actually is. So
Portland ground, Signal 172, Golf,
and
Tango
I'm seeing
Zulu
a
Mike,
couple
up
I'm seeing a
Charlie,
couple of
request
things that I also need
taxi for Romeo
to
47.
as I'm looking at my checklist. Luckily I've not
Saudi 115,
I've not gone and got it laminated yet.
Echo 4 now.
But I'm noticing like
Zulu
I've got
Mike, taxi
turning on the
straight ahead
APU
Echo
bleed,
into
but
the
not
ramp
turning
at
on the
Echo 4.
APU. So I've got a, so APU
Both
on.
Saudi 115, I'm apologizing, I made a mistake. I didn't see the chart at first. Hope you apologize. May I continue or returning?
And that's part of the pushback and engine start checklist.
Saudi
We'll start that
115,
here pretty shortly.
Sure, just hold short of Echo 4.
Holding short for Saudi 115.
Change that real quick, get the passengers to board a little bit faster. And it looks like Portland has gone offline. That sucks, but we were going to at least have... Okay, these guys are still boarding so slow.
Hello.
There we go. That's a little bit faster. Okay, so it looks like Portland's going offline, so it's going to be... Let's see, .ctaf KPDX.
Good morning. Thank you. Hello, sir.
And 123775.
Morning. Disabled, you have some space. Thank you.
Let's go ahead and bounce over to the...
Portland Saudi 115.
All right, bounce over to CTAF. And Salt Lake Center, 122.275. There we go. This is much better boarding of the passengers. Okay, 122.270. Oh, it's 120.275. All right, so Salt Lake Center's up. So we'll have them for a good portion of the flight. Looks like Minneapolis Center may come online too, so we'll see. Okay, cargo's all loaded. Go ahead and close the cargo doors. So Frank, how have you been doing, my friend? How's life been treating you? I like these little, so I've got this program called Chase Plane, so it does these great views around the aircraft and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, nice, man. Sections, doors. Close the doors. Okay, exits are closed. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday myself. Had to go see a nephrologist over some creatinine and albumin levels in my urine, but everything turned out just fine. I do have a little bit of kidney damage, but that's from a 20-year history of kidney stones. And I don't have any more, so no more kidney stones, but my kidney function is really not diminished at all, but there is some slight kidney damage, and I need to quit taking NSAIDs whenever I have pain issues. I'm just going to have to stick with Tylenol because it doesn't damage my kidneys. Okay, pushback engine start. And again, I'm kind of just reading verbatim from my checklist till I get used to it. So, flight deck, doors, windows closed and locked. And let's see. Packs are coming off. APU bleed is on. Anti-collision lights on. Logo light is on. Go ahead and start the APU. And low oil pressure light. There's the ignition on the APU. EGT's coming up. Should level back off. All right, before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. Fuel, 26,230 pounds and change. Passenger and no smoking signs are on. Windows locked. CDU pre-flight complete. Rudder aileron trim free and 0. MCP review. Indicated airspeed is V2 plus 15 for 163 knots, 103 on the heading, 7,000 for the initial altitude. VREF speeds 135, 136, 148. And takeoff and taxi, we're taxi and takeoff briefing, so we'll depart out. Nose to the right, tail to the left, and we'll be departing off of runway 10 left at Echo. 7,000 initially, then to 35,000 10 minutes after, although we don't have ATC, but you know what, we'll just we'll stick with that. In the event of engine out or any other emergency, if we have already approached VR speed, we'll get into the air, assess the situation, come back around to land. If not, we will bring the aircraft to a stop on the runway, assess the situation, and taxi back to the gate. Hey, Nebulation. The taxi takeoff briefing is complete. Okay, anti-collision lights are on, APU is on, APU generators are on. We can go ahead and disconnect the ground power. APU bleed is on, engine bleed is off. 4-star checklist is complete. Maybe in a little bit once I get into the air and more settled, because this is my first official live stream with this new airplane, and I'm trying to concentrate on the checklist. But I'll hop on to Discord here once we're airborne and get everything all kind of taken care of. All right, prepare for pushback and departure. I'm excited. I've been practicing for 2 days.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
And looks like Portland ground came back online.
Locking gear.
So I guess we better see, 121 9. Portland ground, Delta 559, ready for pushback and engine start, and we have Kilo.
Delta 559, Portland ground. Be right with you. Just getting fired up here.
All right.
Delta 559, Portland ground, clearance available. Acknowledge, ready to copy.
I am ready to copy for Delta 559.
Delta 559 is cleared to the Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport. Lava 6 departure, Pendleton transition. Then as filed, maintain 6,000. Expect flight level 350, 5 minutes after departure. Departure is offline. Your squawk this afternoon is 7450.
Okay, I got a PDC from the previous controller before he went offline, but I am cleared to the Minneapolis International Airport via the Lava 6 departure Pendleton transition. Instead of 7,000, we'll climb maintain 6, 350, 10 minutes after departure. And squawk is still the same, 7450 for Delta 559.
Delta 559, read back correct. If I gave you 6, I should have said 7,000 on initial departure.
You said 6, but 7's fine since I already have it preset. Delta 559.
Okay, that sounds good. Advise ready to push and start.
Oh. And we are ready to push and start for Delta 559.
Delta 559, push on to Kilo is approved. Face west and expect runway 10 left at Echo for departure.
All right, push on to Kilo, facing west, 10 left at Echo for departure, Delta 559. So we want the nose to the right and tail
Portland ground,
to
good
the
afternoon.
left.
Hello, Saudi 115 holding taxiway Echo. Actually, I was with the previous one, and I had a problem with the cabin door and returned back to south ramp and resolved it. When I back to taxiway Echo, you just did on land and cutting the taxi to runway and right.
Release parking brakes.
Saudi 115, Portland ground. I copy all of that. And
Okay,
well,
engine start engine number 2, then engine number 1, engine number 2,
departure was 10 right.
ground.
Yes, positive 10 right.
Continue taxi, runway 10 right, via Echo and
And waiting
Charlie.
for 20 to 25% into
And
introducing
2115
fuel.
affirmative, cleared across runway 3.
Yeah, we've got a good engine start. All right, engine number 1, ground. And starter switch disengaged on engine 2. Got rotation N2 speed picking up. Introducing fuel. Fuel flow. Engine ignition. EGT's coming up.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brakes are set.
Confirmation for good engine start.
And we've got a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
after engine start, engine generators are on. Probe heat.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Probe heat on. Anti-ice
Left is clear.
will turn on
Right is
above
clear.
10,000 feet. Packs on auto. Isolation valve is on auto. Engine bleed is on. APU bleed is off. We can go ahead and turn off the APU. Engine generators are on. Flight controls are free and clear. Overhead panel checked. Recall checked. All right, after start checklist. Generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice as required, isolation valve auto, engine start switches are on. Continuous.
Saudi 115, Portland ground. No further ATC services available.
Recall checked.
Frequency change
Auto brake to
approved.
RTO.
Good
Flight controls checked. After start checklist is complete.
Have a good day.
Taxi lights are on. Transponder is TARA.
TCAS test pass.
All right, TCAS is on. All right. Portland ground, Delta 559, ready for taxi.
Delta 559, runway 10 left at Echo, taxi via Kilo Echo.
10 left at Echo via Kilo Echo, Delta 559. Parking brakes off.
Delta 559, regrettably, no further ATC services available. Frequency change approved. Have a great flight.
All right, Delta 559 is heading over to CTAF for departure, and thanks for the limited ATC. We'll see you. Take care.
Yeah, happy to do it. Have a good one.
All right, before takeoff checklist, flaps 5 indicating 5, stab trim set for takeoff, MPC is set, got V2 plus 15, VNAV, LNAV, altitude is set, recall check, landing lights are coming on. Taxi lights off. Strobe lights are on. Auto throttle is armed. Transponder is TARA. We are set for takeoff, and let's see, back over to over to 123. (123) 775, and then 122 8. All right, parking brake off. Portland traffic, Delta 559, departing runway 10 left, departure to the east. Portland traffic. We're flying from Portland to Minneapolis. $80 knots, check. Positive rate of climb, gear coming up. Ah, nice. And flaps coming up. Yeah, I'm still learning the PMDG, so climb out, landing gear up. Flaps up, packs are on auto. Pressurization is checked. Engine start selectors back to auto. Taxiway turn-off lights off. After takeoff checklist, engine bleeds on, packs auto, landing gear up and off, flaps are up, no lights. After takeoff checklist is complete. And Portland traffic, Delta 559 is departing the local airspace, heading over to Unicom. Portland traffic. And over to 122.80. Thank you, Frank, for the 1010 on the takeoff. So I guess chase plane changes views periodically. Okay, above 18,000 feet, altimeter set to standard. I mean, I have insufficient fuel. What does that mean? I need to change my fuel to something else? That's weird because I'm going by what SimBrief gave me. For fuel. Let me go back to my flight plan. Yeah, we'll see. Well, one thing I did notice, I put the wrong aircraft in. I put the 800 and not the 9. Okay, so fuel. Okay, fuel should have been 24,000. So extra 1,100 pounds. So I'm going to just go. I'm a rookie when it comes to the PMDG. So, all right, let's see if we get another. See if we get another error off of that. Hopefully we don't. Need to set up my little windows here. And it looks like Salt Lake Center went offline too. Well, that's good grief. They didn't stay online for very long. Yeah, I know. It was like, ah. Yeah, right. Haha. Okay. All right, here's a question. All right, so with VNAV engaged, okay, with VNAV engaged, why is my rate of climb so low? Yeah, I hit the vertical speed button, but it kicked the VNAV off, and it's not maintaining airspeed. Unless there's something that... at 48. Unable 280 knots. At Eric X. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, vertical speed. Okay, this is really confusing me, so... See, I'm gonna eventually stall the aircraft because I see the stall speeds coming up. That is weird. Okay, there's got to be something that I'm missing here. Okay, something with the... Okay, this is just really weird. Okay, welcome back. I still don't understand why. Okay, flaps are up. Hey, wifey. I have no clue. Okay, let's go back to all right, let's see if this works. Okay, I wonder... about something here. Okay, I'm going to try something real quick here. So, I'm going to do this. And hopefully I don't crash everything. Nah, we screwed it up, folks. I'm sorry. Shit. I should have left well enough alone. Okay, I guess that is going to do it for the live stream. I really dicked it up bad. Okay. I screwed the pooch, literally. I should have saved the flight before doing what I did, and I didn't, and I went back, and it went back into cold and dark. So that sucks. So it's already getting kind of late in the evening for me, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and end this and redo it tomorrow. Sorry, guys and gals. Let me try one more little thing here real quick. I really don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference though. All right, let's see what this does here real quick. Nah, I think we're done. Oh crap. All right. Yeah, that's going to do it, folks. I really apologize. That sucks, and that's on me. I should have known better. Anyways, we'll redo this tomorrow. Maybe it'll work. I need to find out why. I think I know why. I just need to confirm that was the case. So I'm going to do some testing, and then we'll figure it out. And if that's what I think it is, I'll tell you all, and we'll just have a really good laugh about it. So anyways, Michael with Sky's Limit Aviation channel. Have a great night, everybody. We will see you tomorrow for sure. Take care. Bye-bye.